his personal toilet.
But sinks, toilets, and showers.
Elements in bathrooms.
10 times, 15 times.
Elements in bathrooms.
We're looking very strongly at sinks and showers.
Elements in bathrooms.
10 times, 15 times.
Elements in bathrooms.
What on earth is going on with Trump and toilets? Trump's White House toilet would be clogged with documents that Donald Trump was flushing down the toilet. Is this the explanation? Is this the explanation?
Big massive dumps.
Elements in bathrooms.
10 times, 15
He's
times.
doing this with his personal toilet.
Elements in bathrooms.
And showers.
Big massive dumps.
Elements in bathrooms.
Duty. 10 times, 15 times. Not me,
Elements in bathrooms.
God bless the United States. Thank you very much.
Elements in bathrooms.
I'm worried about my espresso machine. I'm not.
That could be your headline.
It's not a joke.
No.
It's just I'm worried about my lathe.
Out there like
Just pillows.
who broke into my computer? Oh, the back end data just exploded. I'm talking about getting rid of the machine, melt them down and turn them into prison bars.
Pillows.
I'm not a lawyer. The lawyers are lawyers. The lawyers are lawyers. The lawyers are lawyers. Get rid of the machine. I'm talking about getting rid of the machine.
Just pillows.
Who did this attack? Who did this cyber attack? So you have, the good geeks, and they patch it up, and they fix it, and they put up better protection, virus protection. But here's what my attorney said. He said
Just pillow. They took the pillow phone. Do you frequently go to Hardee's? Is that a common place you go?
Okay, that's pretty funny, David.
No, it's not. I'm not.
That could be your headline. The machines. I said I would have passed through them and went to find a drive-through.
It's really incredible, the branding around
I
that.
said, no, you're not getting my phone. I said, well, arrest me. I've done nothing wrong. He said, no, we're not going to arrest you. I said, well, you can do anything. You hack in, and get rid of the machine. I'm talking about getting rid of the machines.
I'm worried about my pillow.
No, dude, that's the worst thing for you because your cervical nerves in your neck, I will send you some pillows.
I'm worried about my lathe.
I'm talking about getting rid of the machines.
Okay.
Melt them down and turn them into prison bars.
Just pillow. All right, thanks,
sounds
Mike.
good.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Uh-oh. Mangoes?
My bag of mangoes.
Uh-oh. I love mangoes too.
9 cents. Okay. Now that we are up under a Biden's regime, my bag of mangoes now costs $11.99.
That seems like a pretty good deal. A bag of mangoes? Aren't mangoes like $3 each? That's it. I want what, $8 or $11. That sounds good.
The American people will lie. And highway robbery is what you're doing. Bring my mangoes back down. My bag of mangoes. My bag of mangoes.
Mangoes?
My bag of mangoes. Bring my mangoes back down. Raise the price of food. Don't raise the price of food. Don't raise the price of food. Bring my mangoes back down.
The Wisconsin crowd identified with the mangoes.
Proportionally affected the American people. Don't want me to be healthy. Don't want me to be healthy. And highway robbery is what you're doing. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of
Mangoes?
If there is anything that needs to be satirized and remixed, it is Trump talking about massive dumps. And by the way, extra points, if you can sample Trump saying massive dumps and me talking about it in a song, please do it.
Dumps. Big massive dumps. Dumps. Big massive dumps. Dumps.
Dumps. Dumps. Dumps. Dumps. Dumps.
Dumps. Dumps. Dump, big massive dumps. Sure you just dump, big massive dumps.
Donald Trump insisted multiple times that it was massive dumps that led him to lose the election, which is just
On another level, on another level.
Dumps. Sure you just dump, big massive dumps. Sure you just dump, big massive dumps.
You turn the faucet on in areas where there's tremendous amounts of water, where the water rushes out to sea, because you could have people are flushing toilets 10 times, 15 times, as opposed to once.
Dumps. Sure you just dump, big massive dumps. Dumps.
what is going on here? What is going on here? It's just beyond parody. I mean, massive dumps cost.
Then he went, Donald Trump, yeah, Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump, but no more drop box. The drop boxes are just so bad. No more drop boxes. Dickinson, Hologic, and Cephahide. That was about a guy a rhino named Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney. Real beauty. Had to give the American people their voice back by building something called Truth Essential. He voted against Kate's law, and he voted for Obama amnesty. You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. I've had more investigations than Jesse James, Billy the Could. Some of the world's greatest cricket players, from Sachin Tendulkar to Virat Kohli. As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekananda once said. I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation, the beginnings of that investigation. And God bless the United States. Thank you very much. He was awarded the Bronze Star and the Combat Infantryman Badge for his service. We have to keep our country gay, but it's not, for some reason, it's just not great anymore. If you care about law and order, look, law and order. In normal times, roughly 40% of fresh vegetables and about 40% China. Nambia's health system is increasingly self-sufficient. This is not about virtue, cycling and signing. And the great general and President Ulysses S. Grant, he's really come back a long way over the last 10 years, hasn't he? We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. When they gaze upon Yosemite's towering sequoias, they delivered a swift and sweeping, sweeping. It was swift and it was sweeping like nobody's ever seen anything happen. Units of plasma for plasma. Donate plasma. In the failing New York Times by an anonymous, gutless coward. I may ask Marilyn Lockheed, the leading woman's business. No teacher should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without parental consent. No, nobody has to have parental consent. And we will totally oppose the Biden administration. This administration.
He made some statements, rough statements on Jewish. You heard them and you know them well.
Welcome. I was briefly muted because there is no better way to start a stream than being muted. We are here today for an announcement, a day that Donald Trump claims will be one of the most important days in American history. Here on your screen, you see inside the not at all gaudy ballroom at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. And moments from now, Donald Trump will be making an announcement. It is expected that the announcement will be that he is indeed running for president. but the circumstances couldn't possibly be more different today than they were when Donald Trump came down that escalator in 2015 and said horrible things about Mexicans. It will be very different because the country has already seen 4 years of Trump as president. It will be very different because Donald Trump has a potentially strong, and by the way, increasingly leading in the polls, potential opponent in Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. And because it is not going to be the case, seemingly, that Fox News is going to get in line based on the latest reporting that we have. So I can't thank you enough for being here. We are going to learn so much today about what our next 2 years are going to look like. And I can't think of any better people to see this with than all of you, except for the people we're brutally banning for life on YouTube and Twitch right now because of horribly anti-Semitic things that you are saying about me. But other than that, generally speaking, I like most of you, and I think that that is a good place to start. We have a super chat here. It's Mar-a-Lago open mic night. By the way, am I the only one who feels this 24 campaign has already been announced 50 times? Worst kept secret ever. Listen, yes, it's a poorly kept secret. And also there's like, is there any chance that Trump will announce something different? Like, for example, I'm going to go down or up to Georgia and put all my energy behind Herschel Walker. Like, is there any chance that that might happen? Is there any chance they might install an escalator so Trump might be able to trip and fall down it? I don't know. But it is going to be incredible. And we have so much to look at in the next few minutes before Trump speaks. First of all, thank you to Jason Sickmeyer for signing up on my website. I do appreciate that very much. We are going to have 2 years of work cut out here. Really, very much so. Thanks to everybody who's been signing up via Twitch, Rated Roy, Vaderette, Chunky Strudel, Queen of Wildfire, T Hill as well. Really appreciate all of you. We have a goal of 100 today. We have a new coupon code. The coupon code is Please No More Trump. I'll tell you a bit about that later. Where do we start today? Because there is really no shortage. Oh, I'm already getting emails from people saying, please give me a free subscription. The only way to get a free subscription is to go to davidpakman.com/free membership. Do not email me about free memberships. Go to davidpakman.com/free membership. Okay, let's get to some elements. First and foremost, we have a situation right now wherein Trump is losing, but not to 18 different candidates, each with 1 point. Okay? Almost every new poll since the midterms has DeSantis defeating Trump. The exception is this morning consult poll, okay, which has Trump up 14, sorry. But you've got the CWS research polls. They have DeSantis up 11 over Scrumps. WPA Intelligence did polls in Georgia, Florida, New Hampshire, and Iowa. They have DeSantis ahead by anywhere from 11 to 26. Leger has DeSantis up 2. And then famously, we covered this on the PCast today. That's what I call it. DeSantis +7 in a YouGov poll, which is a B+ pollster. So the highest rated pollster here is YouGov, and it has DeSantis +7. DeSantis +7. This is a very different situation than we had however many years ago. Additionally, Trump's speech has dramatically deteriorated. This was an interesting little compare and contrast that our friend Aaron Rupar put together. Take a listen to this. Tell me what you think of it.
Because I don't need anybody's money. It's nice.
This is the before, okay?
Need anybody's money. I'm using my own money. I'm not using the lobbyists. I'm not using donors. I don't care. I'm really rich. I'll show you that in a second. And by the way, I'm not even saying that in a braggadocio. That's the kind of mindset, that's the kind of thinking you need for this country. So, because we got to make the country rich, it sounds crass. Somebody said, oh, that's crass. We need
Okay, this is the new Trump.
You to be as bold and determined as the immortal General Douglas MacArthur, who knew that the American soldier never ever quits after leaving the Philippines for Australia at a low point of the Pacific War in 1942, MacArthur famously vowed, I shall
How many G's are in MacArthur, by the way?
return.
Because I don't need anybody's money. It's nice. I don't need anybody.
Okay. Anyway, so you get the point. So certainly a very different Donald Trump than in times before. Charlie with a super chat says, Cephei, Fef, Cephahide. Beautiful message of peace and love. I like that. Let's look at it. Do I have your permission to look at a few other things until Trump speaks? Because we've got a little bit. Would it be okay if I do that? Or do we just want to kind of stare at each other between now and then? Whatever people want. We can just stare at each other if you want. But okay, let's look at a couple other things. Here is Mike Pillow. Pillow, of course, is at Mar-a-Lago for the big event today.
Over 54 countries have now been taken by the machines.
Yeah. He is not taking these losses well, particularly not the losses in Arizona. Listen to this.
We caught them. They're absolutely caught. Everything that was done in Arizona, they are caught, and this is going
They've caught him. What does that mean? I have no idea.
to just the tip of the spear for unraveling. See, there's tens and tens of thousands of citizens that are looking for a place to reach out. They're going to do sworn affidavits.
Oh God, here we go again with the sworn. It's like Groundhog's Day.
What happened? I don't think there's a judge in this country that can't say we need a new election down there in Arizona.
Oh, this guy is so deluded. I got to have him back on to talk about what happened.
And not just for Kerry Lake. Remember, they took Mark Fincham's too. They took Blake Masters. They were all stolen. And I don't care. Doesn't matter what anyone says. We already know this. We were watching it from the Edison report. Yeah. We were watching it cyberly. And
guys, he watched it cyberly. What else do you need? Okay, so there's Pillow on that. And then here is an extremely agitated Mike Pillow continuing these rants.
That's impossible. Never happened in history before. Those are called deviations from norm, and they're impossible. This is computers. Is everybody going to sit there and go, "Oh, Mike Lindell,
Yeah, we kind of are. I mean, that is what we're saying.
You lose. Sorry, I win. Here, wait. Who do we want to win here? No, you're sorry. You lost. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on your election. Well, that ship sailed. That ship sailed.
Even his co-host is like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Oh, really? Then everybody, how did these all get taken? How did all these, why wasn't there a red wave? You could only have one answer.
Yes, people voted for the Democrats.
Computer manipulation.
Well, how do you get this?
Guys, that's impossible. They're trying to steal this from Kerry Lake, and like they have all the other races. Now,
Kerry Lake lost. That's all that happened.
Now remember, Oz won. We know that for a fact.
Oz lost.
Mastriano, he was front-loaded.
They front-loaded Mastriano. My God. So it sounds like he lost also.
Still running the numbers. We thought we would have the information by tonight, everybody. We will by Wednesday. We believe there was more votes than voters cast again.
Oh, here we go again. He pulled this on me, and we just looked it up, and it was like, oh, actually, there were more voters than votes. Yeah, so it was totally, completely fine. Here's a guy who is so disgusted with what happened on November 8th. He is not going to vote ever again. I mean, sounds pretty good.
You know, in all reality, I don't have no reason to bitch anymore because the other day I chose not to vote. And I'm never going to vote again anymore in the remainder of my lifetime, however that must be.
Pretty based.
Main reason is because back in 2020, as far as I'm concerned, I lost all faith in the integrity of the voting system.
Right.
When my vote and your vote was basically stolen, and the goddamn election was stolen as well by...
I like that. It was basically stolen. Oh, so it wasn't stolen.
Damn asshole Biden. So you know what? I ain't voting no more. And now you got the GOP falling apart, crumbling like a goddamn avalanche. They don't even know what the hell they're doing anymore. They're just about as crooked as a goddamn den as far as I'm concerned. Right. I ain't never going to vote again in my life. And you know what? I really don't give a shit. You know, in all reality...
Listen, as I've told all of you before, I've said this many, many times, I would never start recommending people don't vote. But that just, I believe we should have participation, but vote for competent people. So for me, I'm not going to do a thing where I go, oh, don't vote if you're a Republican. But if Republicans want to tell each other to stay home because it's rigged, I'm certainly not going to get in the way. Let them say that. That's absolutely and completely fine. Why not? That doesn't bother me one bit. Have at it, guys. Have at it. Okay. We are standing by for the Trump announcement. Yes, at the top of the hour. Let's run through a few super chats. Charlie says, Cephahide, beautiful message. Haley says, soon to be Haley from Maryland, but I'm open to organizing something in True Blue Augusta, Georgia before I move. Find me on Discord, friends. We need to re-elect Warnock. David, sir, let's connect. We cannot let Herschel Walker win that seat. And it's great to see so many of our viewers in Georgia getting engaged. TN Comics says, David, your calculated analysis during the midterms was like the antacid to the indigestion-inducing rhetoric of MAGA. Now I know what Trump meant by massive dumps on election day. Good thing I had my litter box ready. There's a lot more going on there than I think I can necessarily weigh in on. But I do, oh boy, I do appreciate the support. Let's see what else we got. David, sir, I'm watching you very strongly from a Cyberly perspective. Yeah, is anybody else watching Cyberly? Anybody? A couple people? Okay, that's good. Very nice. Very nice. Everybody's watching Cyberly. Okay, good. Let's see. Sir, any chance you and Stephen Kenneth Destiny Bennell II connect to talk about the Georgia runoff? Sounds like he's planning an organizing effort. Appreciate your conversations with him, Obama. I would be glad to talk to Destiny. Absolutely. My favorite clip was when Pillow said he was staying up all night and the commentators were crushed. I did not see that, but that sounds pretty funny. Over under for Right Side Broadcasting to show a half screen ad for gold during Trump's announcement. I don't know, probably like 5 minutes in or something like that. That would be something. Sir, do you think Tucker Carlson would make a 24 or even 28 presidential run? Not 24, maybe 28. Big fan, David. Can you give a shout out to my friends Nico and Lachlan? I got him hooked on the David Pakman Show. Yes, Nico and Lachlan. And thanks to Kyle. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to all y'all. I appreciate that. Thank you to Patricia Porup and Kevin Combs for signing up on my website. Really appreciate that. Also, big thank you to Beth Graham, Your Billion, Independent, Sam the Sleazebag, Jester Bester, Diablo, M. Keith Berry, Indeciso, Benevolent King, Guitar Goddess, Lassie Pushed Me, Hersafat Tallcross, and Ja Chrissy. That is really appreciated, and we are just moments away from this probably extremely dystopian and depressing Donald Trump speech. Let's hear one voicemail, okay? Just one voicemail to see what is on people's minds, okay? Let's see.
Hey, David. Just quickly, was hoping that you might be able to squeeze back into the repertoire, you drinking water, like how Trump drinks it with his hand underneath it. Don't have to do it right away after listening to this voicemail, but just something maybe slip back in.
Yeah. No, what he's referring to, I think, is when I would drink water like this, which was the way we very strangely saw Trump drink water. I will try to slip that back in. I think if Trump does run, it is probably something I should start doing. It is subtle, but I like it. It's very, very much up my alley. Okay, couple other things that I wanted to go over with everybody. Another difference that we are going to have this year, if indeed Donald Trump runs, and yes, look at these guys, is there's already a civil war going. There are already people, and in fact, let me see if I can go back to the first one. There was already a group of people today stomping on a DeSantis flag. Now, I'm going to be completely upfront with all of you. I don't know if this is satire. Let's watch it. I believe these people are for real. But if this is satire, let me know.
USA! 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 USA!
This is very disrespectful in the Arab states.
Ron has gotten too big for his britches.
He's out.
He has plenty of time to gain wisdom.
Trump or death.
So is this for real or is this a joke? I can't tell.
Let him stay in Florida for a while.
Remember when they did the Saddam Hussein statue came down?
That's right, yeah.
Remember when the Saddam statue came down?
Hey.
It's like my father used to say to me, he used to say, son, I brought you into this world, I can take you out.
Everything
We're taking him out.
So I genuinely can't tell whether this is real at any point now.
6 or 7 years with a nice Trump display. We're very happy, for the announcement tonight. So we're very excited because we've been it's kind of like on the down low since January 6th. But I think that gets all erased tonight. I think the Trump supporters are going to come out in the masses.
Yeah, I really can't tell whether that's real. I can't tell. I don't know what to tell you. We've got a bunch of different streams that we are monitoring here. Right Side Broadcasting has a stream. Let's see if we can set this one up. I want to get all of these properly framed for you before the thing gets going so that we don't miss like a second of the idiocy. Let's see. Here we go. And there. And here. And we'll put it here. There we go. Okay, good. Let's just listen to what's happening in the room.
Detail that Mar-a-Lago has is really, well, it's very Trumpish. It's exactly what I think one would expect a facility like this to look like. But we're glad you're joining us. And
yeah, extraordinary facility. You should see the HVAC that they have. It's really, really something else. Okay, it's insane. Thanks to Sean Fertel, Mart Fillion, and Juan for gifting subscriptions on my website. If you want a free membership, just go to davidpakman.com/free membership. Also, welcome to Jester Jokes and Hey Michael over on Twitch, putting us at 23. If you're just joining us, the belief is, although we don't know for sure, that Donald Trump is going to announce that he's running for president. He's already losing a number of polls to Ron DeSantis, and we will get to that. Okay, other things. Here was Marjorie Taylor Greene. I really like this. Marjorie Taylor Greene was asked, why did Trump-endorsed candidates lose? And here's what she had to say.
Trump-endorsed candidates lost in the midterm, including...
I would say it depends on the district. I think there's a lot of varying factors. Redistricting happened, and that was based on the census that was pretty much pre-COVID.
Yeah. So redistricting affects congressional districts. It wouldn't explain why Kari Lake lost. It doesn't explain why Tudor Dixon lost. It doesn't explain why Doug Mastriano lost, or Mehmet Oz, or whoever else. Of course, redistricting affects only districts, and that's a very strange explanation.
A lot of people moved out of those districts over the past 2 years. I think that plays a part. I think it's candidate by candidate. Sometimes one campaign is run really well and sometimes one is not. But I would also say the media plays a big part. The media leans pretty hard left. And so
it was the media's fault. It was redistricting and the media's fault.
So when Republican candidates, when we run for office, not only are we running against a Democrat opponent, we're also running against the media a good bit of the time, and that's really not fair. So I think there's a lot of factors at play, and President Trump's win record is historic. Most of his candidates won. Very few of his candidates lost. Yes.
Right. And of course, remember, when you mostly endorse incumbents and people who are in very safe red districts, it's pretty easy to run up the record. The question is the contested races, the controversial races, what happens there? And Trump's record is pretty bad. By the way, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it tomorrow, but Tulsi Gabbard left the Democratic Party like a month or two ago, and she endorsed 13 candidates and 10 of them lost. Like, it's immediately a horrifying endorsement record. And now I guess she's joining Fox News. It's wild. It's the entire Tulsi thing is a complete fiasco. All right, let's look at some other super chats. David, do you have an idea on Trump's pre-speech ritual? I envision a 2-liter Diet Coke, 3 Big Macs, and a silver tray with lines of crushed up Adderall. I can't confirm any of that, but I know exactly where you're coming from, A1 Andy. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Are you and Brian Cohen friends? We've exchanged some messages. Would love to see you guys do an episode together. He actually joined me on election night, very briefly, very, very briefly. David, sir, for the first time, I'm considering buying a journal so I can document what I expect will be an insane 2 years. I encourage you to do that. It will be an insane 2 years. Bro, I can't tell you how much I love you and your post. I feel like you say everything I want to in a more professional way. Thank you, Anthony. I very much appreciate that. I hope the Trump announcement is he's running as an independent. That would be delightful. That would genuinely be delightful. I would love that. Would destroy the Republican Party's chances. Brian of Right Side Broadcasting looks like he has a Cheeto dust complexion happening. Yeah, he's a weird looking dude. Block Dragon here. Saw you with Dr. Rashad Ritchie not too long ago. You two made a great show. Hope you do a guest star on John Idarola's The Damage Report soon. The red wave was a red puddle. Would be glad to be on John's show anytime. Oh my God, that's not Robert Downey Jr., is it? Please tell me Robert Downey Jr. hasn't gone MAGA. That would be horrible. Is that Iron Man? No, it can't be. Is that John McAfee? No, can't be. He's dead. Wow, what an insane event. What a genuinely insane event. Okay, other super chats. Since the U.S. Constitution only says state legislatures can make the election rules, wouldn't you agree that if a state executive or judiciary changed voting rules unilaterally, it would be problematic? No, we've talked about this already many times. It's old. It's like years old news. We've already talked about it. Scott says via Super Chat, my name is Trump, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. A beautiful poem. Beautifully done. Any guesses what's in the Trump mystery boxes? Buttery mails, Sudafed, nuclear codes? I did not see the mystery box thing. It sounds interesting, though. I would love such a mystery box. That would be great. Thanks to Brian Gamez and Mart Fillion for the memberships at joinpacman.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is very clearly the start of the 2024 presidential election. I know it's depressing because it's 7 days since the 2022 midterms, but DeSantis is crushing the polls. Trump is presumably announcing. We don't know what's happening with Joe Biden. This is going to be a crazy, crazy 2-year period. And I'm glad that all of you are with me here. We are welcoming, closing in on 20,000 people over on YouTube and closing in on 2,000 on Twitch. And we also have people watching on Facebook, which is fantastic. Moments away, about 20-ish minutes before Trump speaks. Let's look at a couple other things. Oh, wait a second. Let me get set up here with my other stuff. I have stuff and things for everybody. Here we go. It does look as though Roger Stone has arrived at Mar-a-Lago. He is there for the big event. Devin Nunes is there with a kind of an interesting look. I don't want to say too much about it, but it's certainly an interesting look for Devin Nunes. Not surprisingly, Trump's lawyer, Christina Bobb, just moments ago called for a new election in Arizona. Why not, right? If you didn't like the results, just do it over.
Carrie Lake and her campaign team, and quite honestly, Abe Hamadeh and the other candidates as well, that election was so poorly run, and it's up to them. I'm not, it's not my team.
Right.
But I think they have a good argument to say the election was so poorly run, it shouldn't be certified.
So yeah, you don't have a good argument for that.
We can have
I
a
would
revote?
like to see that.
Is that a revote?
I think they need a new election. I mean, the only way to restore confidence in the election in Arizona is to redo it.
Do it again.
Personally, I would like to see that happen. You know what? It's up to them what they do.
And if you're Katie Hobbs and you're Secretary of State and you're over the elections, wouldn't you think to clear and have full transparency and to say, you know what? If I really feel like I won this election, I have no problem re-voting because I feel like my base is going to vote me.
Right. Make everybody re-vote. Beautiful.
Wouldn't you think she'd be open to a re-vote?
Well, I don't think anybody who, quote unquote, wins an election wants to redo it. I don't think she's going to be open to it. I don't think she's going to do anything transparent.
Should she, though?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Especially when you have a third of the machines go down on election day.
So yesterday they were saying it was 1/5. Now they're saying it's a third. Traced Havoc says, David, check out this tweet. Apparently Trump just filed to run. Ladies and gentlemen, I have for you right now the FEC declaration from one Donald John Trump, if you can believe that.
President Donald J. Trump.
Yes, exactly. This is the filing. This is FEC form number 1. Donald J. Trump of P.O. Box 13570, Arlington, Virginia, has filed to run for president 2024. His campaign committee is the Trump Save America Joint Fundraising Committee. The custodian of records is Bradley Crate. The treasurer is Bradley Crate. And the money will be handled by Chain Bridge Bank in Laughlin Avenue, McLean, Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed the filing. Forthcoming is President Trump's announcement, presumably just moments away. And a lot of people said he's not going to file, but it looks like he is indeed doing it.
Hey, David, it's Jason from Pennsylvania. At Mar-a-Lago, I wonder if Sir ex-President Trump will have his favorites from his I'll call you back.
Okay. Yeah. So we're moving on from that. I do wonder whether Trump, just for old time's sake, will attack Mexican supposed rapists during his announcement speech. If you were just joining us, we have found an FEC filing filed just moments ago by one Donald J. Trump to run for president in 2022. Trump's speech will be in 23 minutes. He is believed to be expected to make about a 30-minute speech. There was controversy as to whether Jared and Ivanka would be here. Rumors are Jared and Ivanka don't want Trump to even do this. They don't even want Trump doing this. So that is just moments away. All right. So I'm glad everybody's with me. Let's continue looking at some of these super chats. Will there be indictments anytime soon? You know, Kathleen, I think so. But what do I know? What are the chances this turns into a full-on rally where Trump spends 90 minutes victimizing himself before making the announcement at the end? No, I don't think so. It's reported Trump's going to go no more than 30 minutes. Thank goodness. David, sir, have you heard about missiles hitting Poland? Yes, will be covered on the show tomorrow. Do you think Liz Cheney should run as an independent if Trump is the Republican nominee? I don't know about that. I mean, does Liz Cheney even want to be president? I'm not sure. I have to think. Let's wait and see. Let's let this digest first. Who was listed as chief executive grifter? That's Trump himself, of course, no doubt about it. Thanks to Pac fans, as well as Yo Samurai and Alice for the Twitch Prime subscriptions, welcoming nearly 2,000 Twitch viewers. We have not had 2,000 Twitch viewers live for a very long time. Also, so happy to have nearly 20,000 people watching on YouTube. Maybe we will make it to that 20,000 viewer number. Donald Trump is going to be announcing at the top of the hour, based on everything we've seen, has made an FEC filing. The Mar-a-Lago ballroom, which, as you can see, it's a very gaudy room, which is Trump's style, is, I guess we would say, packed with people, right? Sort of. Like, it's pretty full. And the statement will be starting, indeed, at the top of the hour. Okay, we got to that already. Couple other voicemails coming in.
I'm really hoping. Oh my gosh, I hope this doesn't get played. Can I hit the pound to turn this off? I think I can. Oh God! Don't play this. Sorry, made a mistake.
Well, I'm sorry. It's a bit too late. It's a bit too late. I am very, very sorry. Let's what is happening here? There's folks saying that some elements of the stream are a little bit laggy. I'm gonna close out C-SPAN, and let's see if that helps us in any way. Thanks to Molly Brown, who just signed up at joinpacman.com. I very much appreciate that. Also, thanks to I'm Scruffy for the Twitch Prime subscription. Okay, let's go back to sort of our like list of things that have been going on here down in Mar-a-Lago. Let's see what else we have. What's this?
I was always loyal to President Donald Trump. He was my president and he was my friend.
Does Trump have friends? I didn't think Trump had friends. He doesn't seem like that type of guy. Here's Mike Pillow in the ballroom at Mar-a-Lago with some kind of prediction.
Here we are live at Mar-a-Lago. Look at all the fake news from around the world. I just had a ball with them, talking to almost all of them. They asked me about Ron DeSantis running against Donald Trump, and I said, after tonight, Ron will just endorse him in the morning. You got to believe.
Does anyone in my audience think that tomorrow morning Ron DeSantis is going to endorse Donald Trump? Does anyone think that that's going to happen? I do not think so. Jeez. Quite frankly, not making any sense whatsoever. Madison Cawthorn is at the event, apparently. Okay, he sort of disappeared after losing that primary. A bunch of other Trump groupies are there, groupies of different sorts. Jeez, it's all pretty wild. I'm not going to lie. It is truly something else. People are saying something is up with the stream. I don't know what is going on with the stream. Everything's fine here. We don't want to miss the announcement, but everything is looking completely fine. Yeah, like, wow. Yeah, it's beautiful gigabit. Like beautiful gigabit is going on here. So I don't know. I might just try refreshing, but like we couldn't have a more beautiful internet connection here. Up and down is just blasting. I don't know. Yeah. I am looking at everything and it's just everything seems fine here. I wish there was something clear that I could do. As we stand by here. Super chats continue to come in. David, my pillow dude is hacking your stream. Did you know he was such a tech guy? I did not. But that is interesting. Thanks to Makawaka and Living Vertex, as well as Lily and Gammon Damage for the Twitch Prime subscriptions. If you're just joining us, you have not missed the announcement. The announcement is 15 minutes away. 15 minutes away, and it is going to be extreme. This is going to be quite an extreme announcement. I was saying there's still lag here. I really don't know how there could possibly be lag. We are on just an explosive internet connection. Couldn't be faster. Really couldn't. I could, yeah. Let's see if I go live. I don't know. It's seeming pretty fine when I monitor my own stream. Yeah. Can I turn down the quality? I don't think so. We look at settings. Yeah. I mean, it's bitrate is a little bit low. It doesn't seem to be all Twitch because there are people complaining. There are people complaining on YouTube as well. Now I'm getting a message that stream quality is good. Try refreshing once, okay? Try refreshing once and then let's see what we get. Because I'm getting messages that it's all fine, okay? All right, let's take a listen here. We are standing by for the start of this event. Let's listen to what CNN's got going on.
Information which is there.
Bob Woodward, Carl Bernstein, appreciate it. Thank you. As we look at Mar-a-Lago and preparations for the former president's announcement, we'll also consider Florida Governor Ron DeSantis clearly feeling confident after his big election victory, pushing back today on the former president. We'll tell you what he said next.
It means a lot. You know,
Yep. All right. So they are following that there, which is pretty compelling stuff, not going to lie. And we are just 15 minutes away from the start of this. So if people are saying that I could do something, but if I turn off the stream, we'll just lose all the viewers. That doesn't really make any sense. That wouldn't be smart. Does Trump not care anymore? RNC threatens to stop paying his ongoing legal bills. No, I mean, at some point he's going to have to announce if he's running. If people rewind 30 seconds behind live, it's better. Did you have a blue check mark on Twitter now? David, you have a blue check mark on Twitter now. What's next? Yeah, I don't know about that. That's not super clear to me. Let's see if we look at stream. Everything's looking fine here. Yeah, there's literally no setting I can change. Quite literally no setting I can change. Okay. All we can do is hope it smooths out. Is there any other Republican candidate that would unite the left? Imagine the campaign ads full of January 6th images, QAnon memes he shared, etc. I don't think there's any Republican candidate that would unite the left. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Shout out for the 48,000 academic student employees throughout the entire University of California system who are now on strike for decent pay. Important, very, very important. My beautiful, beautiful 2 gigabit internet is buffering you. Perhaps you need to make your internet great again. Cheers on the excellent content. Thank you. I'm in cyber, as Mike Pillow would say. You have too many viewers per your setup to broadcast on this many platforms. Guys, I hate to tell you, that doesn't make any sense. The number of viewers of my stream, I'm not streaming to each viewer individually. That's absurd. That has nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, sir, because you're a cyberly person. That has nothing to do with anything. David, sir, what do you think about mandatory voting? Hope you and your new family are healthy and happy. Thank you. Folks, we are seeing the streaming bit rate go up dramatically all of a sudden. So maybe things are improving. Okay? There's nothing really that I can do. It seems to be, maybe it's something with Restream. I don't know. People are saying when they refresh that it's better. And I just don't know what else is really possible to do. I can look at settings. It's all... I genuinely think we're going to be okay. I think it's just a glitch. Oh, people are saying there's no lag. Just refresh and there's no lag. Okay. All right. Listen, let's continue. Okay. Let's listen to what Marjorie's saying.
That is America first, that the Republican Party will be the party that they can trust for their children's future and for the future of this country. The past 2 years have been unbelievable in what we have lived through under the Biden administration and under Democrat control.
What?
Americans are fed up with it, with people everywhere hardly able to afford food, gas, rent because of inflation that's crippling Americans, a wide open border that has led to over 5 million people invading our country. We have a daily invasion. Fentanyl killing over 300 people every single day. Crime is out of control.
I don't even understand why Marjorie Taylor Greene is making an address. Does anybody know what this is? This doesn't make any sense to me.
That burned American cities. We have Americans that have been charged for January 6th and they're rotting away in jail every single day. Pre-trial, they haven't even been convicted. We have a federal government that is pursuing and spending tens of billions of dollars defending another country's border over in Ukraine and completely ignoring the daily border invasion in our country. So I think
this is a little too weaponized, guys. I just don't feel good showing that to you. It's just completely whacked. Okay. This is insane. It's absolutely insane. CNN also monitoring the event. Everybody's monitoring it. Okay, let's reset. We are 10 minutes away from the start of this event. From what we have found, Donald Trump did indeed file to run for president in 2024. We found an FEC document that says Trump is running. So it does not appear to be a matter of if Trump is running. It's a matter of when is he going to announce it. William asks whether we've published the white paper yet. We are days away. The white paper is done. The PDF is being laid out. We're setting up a system to get it to everybody. It's going to be great. I will tell you when the white paper is live. Sir, my apologies for the messed up voicemail. Lost my train of thought mid-call. We'll start writing it down. It's good to write it down. I would write it down. Will Republicans hold their noses and vote for Walker without the Senate at stake? I believe Walker will lose, but it will be close. We will talk much more about Pennsylvania. Believe me. Believe me. Folks, tonight is the start of the 2024 election. Tonight it starts with Donald Trump's forthcoming announcement. I want to make one pitch and one pitch only to you. We're going to be here for the next 2 years covering everything. We can't do it alone. I would love for you to sign up on my website. Okay? It's dirt cheap. We have a discount code. Please no more Trump. Okay? This funds everything we do. The streams, the voicemails, the Cyberly bill, everything. Okay? It's all funded. Staff salaries, benefits, health insurance, the whole thing. Okay? We're really doing it here. This is a full-time job for multiple people. Go to my website. Hit the sign up button. Coupon code, please, no more Trump. Whoops, I misspelled it. Trump. Okay? Boom. Discount. Okay? My lawyer is saying, don't do this discount. My accountant is saying, don't do this discount. This discount's insane. Okay? I don't care. We're doing it. We're doing the discount. JoinPacman.com. We will start filling this bar to 100. 3 people just did it, thanks to Greg Mondello, Jesse Holt, and Marianne Foster. See how simple that is? 3 people sign up, then it's 34 plus 3. Hold on. 34 plus 3, 37. And there it is. If you are watching on Twitch, where we haven't had 2,100 people watching on Twitch for a very long time. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free Twitch Prime subscription. You're basically taking $5 from Jeff Bezos and sending it to us. Okay? If you have Amazon Prime, do the Twitch Prime thing. We are approaching 2,500 on Twitch. We are doing everything we can as far as the stream goes. Please refresh. Please refresh. People in the chat thinking they know what's going on. There's something about the CPU. My CPU is fine. We're using 6% CPU. It's something about the number of people chatting on YouTube. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with it. There's something up, I believe, with Restream. Just refresh. It mostly fixes it. I'm looking at the bandwidth, and the bandwidth really is okay. The bandwidth really is okay. All right, everybody? We are moments away here. Couple other voicemails. Actually, no, let's do super chats. David, it's happening. Pillow was right. The stream is being taken by the machines. Love you, Dave. I'll tell you what I would do with student loan forgiveness. Finish my MD in transgender. Right. David, what do you think Governor Abbott is doing in Texas? What is he doing? In what sense? Like literally right now? I have no idea. I think he's not helping the state out very much. That's for sure. I think if Michelle Obama ran in 2022, she would crush Trump or DeSantis. Michelle Obama has high favorability. It's not as insane a statement as you might imagine. That's for sure. Marge is going hard for Trump's VP. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene is desperate to be Donald Trump's vice president. Desperate. When pressed, they can't even really say how they've suffered under Biden. Well, they say inflation and high prices usually, and like a shaky stock market. That's often what they say. MTG wants to be Trump's VP. Absolutely, she does. It seems like when you started playing the interview, your stream started lagging. Maybe downsize the quality on the video you were playing. Yeah, I don't know what is, I don't know what's going on here, but I genuinely don't think that that's the issue. Let's see if we can get a Newsmax YouTube. Let's see if we can just find Newsmax. Maybe Newsmax is yeah, let's go with Newsmax because I do actually think that algorithmically YouTube is just more efficient at transmitting video. And then we've also got the CNN feed. The America First movement in 1940 with the Republican Party and the Nazis isn't talked about enough. I've talked about it. Thank you to Dana Moore for subscribing at joinpacman.com. Your new member number 38. I appreciate that. Also, thank you to Motorcycle Life for the Twitch Prime subscription, as well as Big Bulldog putting us at 40. Also, if you were just joining us, we're going to have everything. We're going to be covering everything. Remember that you are able to subscribe absolutely for free on YouTube. We are powering towards 2 million subscribers. Look at these beautiful numbers, folks. Look at that. Look at that. It's like one of those slot machines that the old folks love. It is wild out there. It is truly wild. Okay, yeah, the Trump announcement is indeed at the top of the hour. Any second. David, what are your thoughts on Governor Andy Beshear of Kentucky as a possible presidential candidate? You're not the first person to mention this. I think it's super interesting. I just don't know if there's been this idea for a long time. You pick a Southern Democrat and the Republicans will consider voting for them, and so will the Democrats. It's almost cliche at this point. But I mean, I think he's interesting. My Nixon Republican dad, when pressed, said he wouldn't vote for Trump if he ran in 24 for a third time. I guess we'll see. We will find out very soon. Shout out to Illinois passing the Workers' Rights Amendment. Back your union. Shout out. Okay. Thanks to Mrs. Coyne, Dango in Candlelight, and DJ White Rabbit, as well as Dave Director for the Twitch Prime subscriptions. Very, very much appreciate that. What is the coupon code? Folks, the coupon code is right above my head. It's Please No More Trump. It couldn't be simpler. It's a message of peace and love. Please no more Trump. Please no more Trump. Folks, refresh the stream, and I'm being told that it is all good. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's starting.
All right, welcome back to Newsmax's special coverage of Trump's big announcement live from Mar-a-Lago. We've got another camera that's watching the door for the entrances, and it's that camera right there. We just actually, during the commercial break, saw Jared and Ivanka, Eric Trump, Barron Trump actually all walk.
It's notable that Jared and Ivanka are there because it was not clear they wanted to have anything to do with this. So that is actually relevant and interesting. Folks, memberships are dumping in. Thank you. Thank you to Sean Wright, Jonathan Schwartz, Lee McConkey, Kyle Geisler, and Ted Cruz, all of whom just signed up on the website. Thanks to everybody who is joining us today for what I believe is indeed the start of 2024. The start of 2024 is happening moments from now. We have already learned that Donald Trump moments ago filed an FEC notice that he is indeed a candidate, and he is going to be speaking momentarily. It is dystopian and horrifying to many, and I completely understand that. Folks, for people saying the stream is behind, please, all you got to do is refresh. People are saying the stream is now fine. Just refresh. Just refresh. People are saying there hasn't been buffering for 10 minutes. We are moments away here from Donald Trump. Moments away. If you're just joining us, oh, geez, folks, I am flattered by what is happening on my website. The coupon code Please No More Trump is getting used more than Trump pleading the fifth. Cody Tuitapu, Michael Kwiatkowski, Jared Cardinal, Chris Sams, Cameron Roberts, William Detterman, Rolando Bermudez, Allison Armstrong, Mercedes Schlapper, Sarah Zintek, Jeffrey Schulman, Anthony Victorio, Eric Hendricks, and Scott Fitzinger, all signing up on the website. Folks via Twitch Prime are just dumping in subscriptions like crazy. Looks like another 11, putting us at 70. Really appreciate it. Listen, they're doing the thing and we're doing our thing. We have no other choice. We don't choose who we get to run against. And it looks like it's going to be Trump. Super chats continue coming in. Maybe the stream is buffering because YouTube is repressing us, maybe. What's your favorite song when times are rough? Don't really have one. I can't really say. I wish I had like a clear answer for that. The stream was spotty, but I restarted and now it's coming through strongly. Very good. Fellow creator, please check out Bill C-21 in Canada banning airsoft. I will look into that if I have the time. Thank you. A quote I read on Reddit, the Republican Party should be forced to carry Trump to full term, even if it kills them. Thanks for the content, sir. Cheers. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. David, say hi to my husband, Connor. Buffering, but just rewind 30 seconds. I messed up 2 super chats. Here's a third. Worth it. Thank you, Gurusam. I appreciate you being here. We are just moments away. Moments away. I don't even think I can thank everybody who is signing up right now. I'm not even going to try, okay? I will fill the number in when Trump starts speaking. I don't want to take any time away. I see that memberships are dumping in insanely.
And are incredible. Oh, these people don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, it's going to give us better audio so we don't have that issue. Donald Trump's scheduled to speak right now. People look titillated in the room. We know, I believe I can say we know Trump is announcing he's running because he just made an FEC filing that he is running. And so that is all going to be happening momentarily. A lot of flags in the room. That is absolutely true. A lot of flags in the room. David, sir, congratulations. You're the first person ever to say, let's go with Newsmax. I appreciate that. Let's see what's happening. Oh, Dick Morris is in the room.
Back, host of Dick Morris Democracy. Dick, great to be with you. Okay. We were kind of... It's called The Return. The Return, I'm sorry. The Return. Dick Morris is the author of that book. And Dick, we were kind of half joking. What chapter are we at in The Return now with this, where we see this candidacy progressing?
The comeback. Tonight he announces his candidacy, and he sets himself on a trajectory to win.
And talk to us also to what do you account last Tuesday night?
Man, Dick Morris is not looking good, huh?
What do you account that to?
Nothing gets me more angry than people thinking we lost. We beat the Democrats by 5 points among House voters, people who voted for the House. We got 53 million votes. They got 48 million.
Guys, it's bumming me out to see Dick Morris like this, I have to say. This is actually bumming me out. I don't know. This is kind of weird. I'm going to refresh this just out of curiosity because it says, yeah, how weird is it that it's actually 3 past the hour, but Newsmax says that it's 2 minutes before the hour? Isn't that really strange? Very weird. Very, very weird. Because that's not actually the time that it is right now. Newsmax is behind. Man, everything is going wrong, huh? Really odd. Yeah. We can pull up the CNN live feed just to see if it's any different, but it seems that everything is going wrong here. This is the CNN feed. Oh, here we go.
Very special occasion at a very special place. You and all of those watching are the heart and soul of this incredible movement and the greatest country in the history of the world. It's very simple.
Apparently, Right Side Broadcasting crashed as well.
Like it, this great movement of ours, never been anything like it, and perhaps there will never be anything like it again. There's never been anything to compete with what we have all done. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and my fellow citizens, America's comeback starts right now.
Wow. Wow.
2 years ago, when I left office, the United States stood ready for its golden age. Our nation was at the pinnacle of power, prosperity, and prestige, towering above all rivals, vanquishing all enemies, and striding into the future, confident and so strong. In 4 short years, everybody was doing great. Men, women, African Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, everybody was thriving like never before.
All right.
There was never a time like this. We turned the page on decades of globalist sellouts and one-sided trade deals, lifted millions out of poverty, and together we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. When the virus hit our shores, I took decisive action and saved lives and the U.S. economy. And by October of the same year, America was roaring back with the #1 fastest economic recovery ever recorded. How about that? All of the incoming administration and all they had to do was just sit back and watch. Inflation was non-existent. Our southern border was by far the strongest ever. And because the border was so tight, drugs were coming into our country at the lowest level in many, many years. Importantly, after decades of rising energy costs, the United States had finally attained the impossible dream of American energy independence, which soon would have turned into energy dominance.
Okay.
For the first time in memory, China was reeling and back on its heels. You've never seen that before, because the United States was outdoing them on every single front, and China was paying billions and billions of dollars in taxes and tariffs. The farmers know that because they got 28 billion of it. No president had ever sought or received $1 for our country from China until I came along, and we were getting hundreds of billions of dollars. Many people think that because of this, China played a very active role in the 2020 election. Just saying, just saying.
Oh, God, here we go.
Sure, that didn't happen. Instead of jobs and factories leaving America for China, they were, for the first time ever, leaving China for America. Businesses were pouring back because of our historic tax and regulation cuts, the biggest in both categories in history, bigger even than what Ronald Reagan was able to produce, and he produced a lot. China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea were in check and respected. They respected the United States, and quite honestly, they respected me. I knew them well. I knew them well. The vicious ISIS caliphate, which no president was able to conquer, was decimated by me and our great warriors in less than 3 weeks, and al-Baghdadi, its founder, was hunted down and killed. North Korea had not launched a single long-range missile since my summit with Chairman Kim Jong-un nearly 3 years before. We developed a relationship, and that's a good thing, not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Very good thing, actually, because look at what's happening today. My opponents made me out to be a warmonger and just a terrible person who would immediately go into war. They said during the 2016 campaign that if he becomes president, there will never be a war within weeks, and we will have wars like you've never seen before. It will happen immediately, and yet I've gone decades without a war, the first president to do it for that long a period. The world was at peace, America was prospering, and our country was on track for an amazing future because I made big promises to the American people, and unlike other presidents, I kept my promises. I kept them.
Like the wall, the health care plan, all that stuff, right? Oh my God, he's doing the water. He did the water thing.
Thank you very much. Under our leadership, we were a great and glorious nation, something you haven't heard for quite a long period of time. We were a strong nation, and importantly, we were a free nation. But now we are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation. For millions of Americans, the past 2 years under Joe Biden have been a time of pain, hardship, anxiety, and despair. As we speak, inflation is the highest in over 50 years. Gas prices have reached the highest levels in history and expect them to go much higher now that the strategic national reserves, which I filled up, have been virtually drained in order to keep gasoline prices lower just prior to the election. Joe Biden has intentionally surrendered our energy independence. There is no longer even a thought of dominance, and we are now begging for energy help from foreign nations, many of whom find us detestable. Our southern border has been